job, Chef.
Thanks.
Who wants a drink?
Let's go, Archer. Beers away.
Thank you, Archer.
Looks like these guys are working up a tropical thirst, Archer.
Thank you, Archer!
Beers to the beach.
Thank you, Archer!
They look thirsty down there in the outback, Archer.
We'll all be.
Thank you, Archer!
Yeah!
Good boy, Archer.
Gotta get ready.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the ballpark. It's game 2 of a 4-game series between the Brisbane Bandits and the Sydney Blue Sox. Great night for baseball here at Vidicon Stadium, and we're glad you're with us as the Bandits try to make it 3 victories in a row, coming off an exciting 5-4 win last night, breaking a 4-4 tie in the bottom of the ninth. I'm Ken Wilson. C.J. Barnes is here, and we're just about set to get this one underway.
Beautiful night here at VidCon, Ken. Last night, what a way to start off a home series. A walk-off win in the bottom of the ninth. Jack Pineda with the seeing-eye ground ball between short and third really leads into an exciting night tonight.
So here we go. It'll be Raito Ikeda leading off for the Blue Sox here to start the first inning. On the mound is Brody Vasilakis, and he is ready to make his first appearance of the season, and the initial pitch is a ball. Ikeda hitting .250, no homers, 1 RBI. He was 0 for 3 last night. He takes one low, and that takes the count to 2-0.
Nice to see Brody Cooper Vasilakis here in a Brisbane Bandits uniform, just fresh off an under 23s start in Japan against the Japanese team there.
High with the fastball, so he's in the hole quickly. 3-0. Mike Jarvis, the Blue Sox shortstop, on deck. Then the DH Josh DeLuca. Martin Vincelli Samar hits cleanup. He's the first baseman. And this one is low, and that's ball 4. Wyatt Hendry, who had a big 3-run homer last night, will do the catching. He is the 5th hitter, hitting 6th for Sydney. Third baseman Clayton Campbell, and Solomon McGuire, the center fielder. Evan Antonellis bats 8th in left field. And Jake Burns, who didn't appear last night, starts in right field tonight. He hits 9th for the Blue Sox. So there is their starting lineup in this one. This is how the game started last night, with Ikeda drawing a walk. And here is Mike Jarvis. He takes one, and it's low, ball 1. Jarvis has had a very good start, had a hit last night. He is 6 for 17 in the first 5 games, which figures out to .363. Of his 6 hits, 1's a home run, and he's driven home 3. The Bandits look for 2, and there's one right down the pipe. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
As you said, Ken, started off the same way last night with a walk. That's something the Bandits are looking to avoid, is putting that leadoff guy on base, try and limit that damage, especially in the first inning.
Too high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, walks will kill you. 2-1 the count. Make no mistake about it. And especially when you walk the leadoff hitter. So often they come around to score. Pretty good lead at first for Ikeda. Held on by Hall, and that's a strike. So the count is 2-2 as Jarvis steps out and checks in with third base coach Brian Murphy. Mark Shipley coaching over at first for the Blue Sox. This pitch bounces up there. Nice stop by the young catcher, and it's a full count.
That leadoff walk, always, as you said, Ken, a dangerous proposition for a pitcher. Look at Ryan Bollinger last night. Settled in, got 9 strikeouts, held the Blue Sox to only 3 runs, but it was that first inning that got away from him a little bit, set up the Wyatt Hendry home run.
Here's one popped up into shallow right. Riley out, Rushford in. The right fielder calls, and the youngster hauls it in. Back to first goes Ikeda. So Jarvis is gone, 1 out here in the Sydney Blue Sox first inning.
Good work by Cooper Vasilakis coming back, getting that out. That it looked like he was in danger of losing Jarvis, but gets the pop out into shallow right field. Good work by the youngster.
Vasilakis now will work on the third hitter in the order. The Blue Sox DH Josh DeLuca comes in hitting 106. That figures out from 2 for 19. That pitch is a ball. The left-handed hitter. Up there now, a ball and a strike. After DeLuca, it'll be Vincelli Samar. Ikeda at first, 1 down here in the first inning. Outfield shades to left on the left-handed hitter. And the ball shot up the middle out of the reach of Riley. That's a hit around second. Ikeda, he's going to third. Here's the throw, and it's not in time. Holding at first is DeLuca, who delivers a 1-out single, and the Blue Sox have runners on the corners.
Good work by Saiwan Park getting that ball in, but Ikeda just a bit too fast on the base paths there. He was didn't even hesitate rounding second base, getting to third, putting himself in scoring position.
So Vasilakis has himself in some hot water here in the opening inning. Boy, what a familiar story this is for the Bandits here in Game 6. It seems like every game there's trouble in the first. That one is buried in the strike zone. 0-1 on Vincelli Samar.
Certainly a narrative they're trying to change a little bit. It's getting out of that first inning unscathed. It's proven very, very tough for the Bandits so far this season. In Adelaide, I think their last game was the only one they managed to get through that first inning.
In the dirt, and that's a strike as the cleanup hitter of the Blue Sox unable to check his swing. So Vasilakis gets ahead 0-2. You can see Hall over there holding on with a runner. Ikeda is at third, DeLuca at first. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire, Gavin Carson. Paul Latta calling balls and strikes tonight. Carson at first, then Adam Leake is the umpire at second, and Tom West, who was in back of the dish last night, is umpiring at third tonight. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. Ikeda cannot advance, but from first to second goes DeLuca as Vincelli Samar goes back to the dugout, and that is a big, big second out for Vasilakis.
Yeah, big strikeout there. We're seeing a lot of Brody Cooper Vasilakis spending time in the dirt, getting those that breaking pitch buried down. It's working pretty well for him so far, but if the Sydney hitters can sort of pick up on that and pick up on that spin, they can lay off that and force Vasilakis to come back with the fastball in the zone.
Here is the catcher, Wyatt Hendry, and he takes one high, ball one. Boy, this is familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, as
night.
As the great Yogi Berra says, it's deja vu all over again.
Here he is with 2 outs, 2 on, coming up after Vincelli Samar strikes out, as he did last night. and clubbed a 3-run home run to center field off Ryan Bollinger. The Bandits hoping for better luck here, but the count is 2-0 on Hendry. He's hitting .286, has the 1 home run and 3 RBIs. He had another hit last night, so he's swinging a pretty hot bat. He takes a look at that one, and it is 3-0.
And this was the sort of situation Bollinger found himself in with Hendry last night, where he was a bit behind in the count, forced to bring that fastball in, and Hendry got a hold of it.
He hit a 3-1 pitch out, and this time he walks, so that loads the bases for Clayton Campbell.
Looks like Michael O'Neill will go out and have a chat with his young right-hander.
O'Neill, the pitching coach under skipper Shane Watson. Watson, of course, in his first year as coach of the Bandits, after Dave Nielsen took a job in Birmingham, Alabama. Of course, Watson was right at Nielsen's side for any number of years and coached third base for the Bandits.
That trip out there from pitching coach Michael O'Neill, that's just a settle-down trip. He probably didn't bring too much to the attention of Cooper Vasilakis, just sort of bought him a little bit of time, let the youngster settle himself down, get the nerves under control, and then go back to work.
Vasilakis, a mere 22 years of age, bases loaded, 2 outs, first inning. And the pitch high to Clayton Campbell, who played his first game of the season for Sydney last night and went 0 for 4. He is just a 20-year-old. Chance to put some runs on the board. Outside, 2-0, and Vasilakis is really digging himself a hole. If you're Campbell, you probably sit on fastball here, but if you're Vasilakis and you have some confidence, you throw something with a break, and that's what he does. That's a nice-looking pitch, 2-0.
That really is, it looks like a bit of a slide ball there, a bit of a 12-6 slider. Got a nice little sharp break to it. If you can get that over with confidence, that's going to be a dangerous pitch.
There's a fastball in for a strike, and that evens the count on Campbell, 2-2. So Vasilakis was behind 2-0, and now it's even 2-2. This one is fouled back to the net. The Blue Sox have Ikeda, who walked at third, DeLuca, who singled to center at second, and Hendry, who drew a walk at first. He's able to get a huge lead as Hall plays well off the line at first base. The infield is deep, and the pitch swung on and missed. Oh, baby. What a job by Brody Vasilakis. That's a big strikeout. So in the inning, he walks 2, but strikes out 2, gives up just 1 hit, and the Blue Sox leave the bases loaded. After half an inning, the Blue Sox nothing, and the Bandits coming up.
Welcome to Ace Comms, two-way radio and body-worn camera specialists. Ace Comms is proudly the Australian distributor for Motorola Solutions. Ace Comms was formed in 1988 in South Africa and has grown into a premier wireless communications technologies distributor. With a primary focus on Motorola Solutions, we also supply a wide variety of leading radio communications brands. We welcome the opportunity to discuss our partner network opportunity with you. Leverage off the high-demand wireless comms industry and let Ace Comms empower your business to grow.
Yo, up the middle, another base hit. Sunday, now he banks one to right field. 2. Yo's back. At the track, he got it. Up and the fire. Struck him out swinging.
Brett Sports, the official equipment partner of the Brisbane Bandits.
Well, there we are, high above the playing surface here at Vidicon Stadium. I joked just a bit We have a very nice perch here. I'm Ken Wilson, along with C.J. Barnes. We're glad you're with us. This is Game 2 of the 4-game series and Game 2 of 20 contests we'll have for you right here on Baseball Plus this season from this ballpark in Brisbane.
Exciting first inning there for the Brisbane Bandits, but good work by Brody Cooper-Vasilakis to get out of that jam that he was in and really set the Bandits up a little better than they have seen so far this season, with no runs scored by the opposition.
Let's see if the Bandits can do some damage in their half of the first. Milo Rushford leads off, loops one to shallow left. Jarvis goes out, and the shortstop makes the catch. One pitch by Nakamura, and he has himself one out.
That was a really good break and read by Mike Jarvis. He didn't even hesitate out in shallow left field. Just a really excellent read by the shortstop.
Nakamura is just 21 years of age, and he's basically a finesse pitcher. A lot like their starter last night, Ryotori Mori. First pitch is a strike to Fritsch, who is playing shortstop tonight. Dermot Fritsch.
I was speaking with Bandits coach Russ Teichman a little bit about the Japanese pitchers. He said what they do is they're finesse, because even if they're throwing hard, and they usually sit around 91, 92, they're so fine with how they locate their pitches that it's just, they can just position whatever it is at any time in the right spot.
This ball is grounded foul. Well, the biggest key probably to pitching at any level is location.
Location, location, location.
I mean, velocity is a big help, and to have more than one or two pitches is a true asset. But in the end, if you don't have good location, you're going to struggle. Fritsch 0 for 4 last night, and hitting .250 with the team's only home run, 1 RBI from that home run. So he's 4 for 16 here in the first 5 games. Playing shortstop for the injured Logan Wade, who just before the game last night injured his calf. So he will not play at all in this series. Here's a liner. Center field, McGuire will play it on one bounce, and that is a single for Fritsch. So that's good to see with one out here in the opening inning.
It's nice to see some of these Bandits veterans with a bit of a renaissance. Dermot Fritsch, he's been hitting the ball very well. Andrew Campbell last night set the table for that big walk-off victory. It's really good to see those guys getting in the swing of things.
Here is one of the Koreans on the ball club, Saiwon Park, hitting third. He's the center fielder. Runner at first, one out, no score, and that's a strike. Park is hitting .278. That's a result of 18 at-bats and 5 hits. He's knocked in a couple of runs. They were last night when he went 2 for 4. Vincelli Samar holds at first with Fritsch. They're in double play depth, and that pitch is a bit low.
Fritsch has got pretty decent speed over there at first base in 2020 and 2022. He stole 15 and 10 bases respectively, so is a threat to run.
This ball popped up off third, foul ground. Campbell goes over. He's there. He makes the catch. 2 down, and Fritsch holds at first base. So we have seen Rushford pop out on one pitch, Fritsch single, Park fouls out, and the batter is Tayden Hall, the cleanup hitter. He'll be followed by Soupy Campbell, the left fielder, then the DH, Alex Skepton. Hitting 7th, Mitch Nielsen, the third baseman. Hee Young Chan, the catcher, will bat 8th. Back to the net, 1 strike. And playing second base tonight for Brisbane, Will Riley. He's batting 9th. So it's Rushford, Fritsch, Park, Hall, Campbell, Skepton, Nielsen, and Riley. Hall is hitting .200, 3 out of 15. He leads the club with 3 walks, so he gets on base. He rips one to right. That'll fall. It's a hit Fritsch hits second. He's on his way to third. And Burns gets the ball into second base. And the Bandits in business here with 2 outs. Runners at first and third against Nakamura.
And having 2 outs hasn't proven much of a roadblock for the Brisbane Bandits. They have scored most of their runs this season with 2 outs. And here comes Soupy Campbell, who is having a fantastic year so far. Numbers belying just how well he's been putting the bat on the ball.
He led off the 9th inning last night when it was 4-4 with a double. And, of course, the Bandits won it with that tally in the bottom of the 9th, 5-4. Big chance here, and he takes a strike. Campbell hitting 158, as CJ mentions, 3 for 19, but those 3 hits, a lot of mileage.
And he should, if he had started the season here at Vidicon Stadium, he'd have 3 home runs on the board. He put 3 balls deep to the track in Adelaide.
Akita makes the play. 4-3 on the putout of Soupy Campbell. A couple of hits, but the Bandits strand 2 after the Blue Sox left 3 in the top of the inning. On to the second inning, there's no score, and this is Brisbane Bandits baseball on the ABL's Baseball Plus.
The Hino 300 series set the safety benchmark with Hino SmartSafe. Built for safety, ready for anything. That's another Hino advantage.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we're all about understanding your circumstances. We want to make sure that our clients have had the best service and an excellent experience. We're here to care for you.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we speak your language.
Nice to have you with us here at Vidicon Stadium. We begin the second inning, and it's the bottom third of the Blue Sox order. Center fielder Solomon McGuire leads off, and he has taken a ball. And now it is 2-0.
Just before that, we saw a shot of the Brisbane Bandits Outlaws out there with their dead Smurfs, 2 of them so far.
That's a strike. McGuire hitting 200. The 20-year-old is 3 out of 15, had a hit in 4 tries last night. Vasilakis trying to get the first out in the inning, and that one is fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Both teams threaten in the first, but nothing on the board. This is the second inning. Antonellis on deck, and then Burns for the Blue Sox. That's a ball. So the count is full now. Keep in mind that Brody Vasilakis walked 2 in the first inning. You don't want to really walk anybody now. And that little breaking ball is inside, so he walks the leadoff man for the second consecutive inning.
Just looks like Cooper Vasilakis is maybe just overthrowing a little bit. You can see that when that ball flies wide to the left-handed hitter, that he's opening up just a little bit too early and then pulling back across his body and coming inside there to McGuire. So just needs to get that mechanics under control.
He misses with the first pitch to Evan Antonellis, the 8th hitter in the Blue Sox order. He was 0 for 3 last night. He's had 13 at-bats here in the early going. and has 3 hits. The Bandits look for a double play ball here. That's a strike. Vasilakis in the first inning, I do believe, wore glasses. Here in the second inning, it appears he is not wearing glasses. If my glasses are doing their job.
Well, I don't wear glasses, Ken, and I don't see any glasses on him, so I think you may be right. Could be just some glare off the stadium lights, just making it hard to see the signs from
2-1 the count on Antonellis. He rips the ball to the shortstop. Fritsch on to Riley, on to Hall, and they get the double play. Taylor-made, that one is ripped, and the 6-4-3 double play certainly helps out here in the second inning.
They call that a pitcher's best friend for a reason, Ken, and that one right there, Brody Cooper Vasilakis is absolutely over the moon about walking that leadoff guy. Now they're out of the drama. You got 2 outs. Go back to work.
9th batter, the left-handed hitting Jake Burns. He takes one that misses low, ball 1. Burns playing right field. He's usually a catcher. Played the last 2 seasons in the St. Louis Cardinals organization. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Sydney native. Played a rookie ball last year or this year with the Cardinals, as you said. Hit .500 in 4 games, so they got to be liking his stick.
This is the first action he has seen here in the 2023-2024 ABL season. This ball hit high in the air to right field. Rushford jogs in, makes the catch, and that will do it. It's on to the bottom half of the second inning. Alex Skepton will lead it off for the Bandits, and there's no score.
Great job, Chef.
Thanks.
Who wants a drink?
Let's go, Archer. Beers away.
Thank you, Archer.
Looks like these guys are working up a tropical thirst, Archer.
Thank you, Archer!
Beers to the beach.
Thank you, Archer!
They look thirsty down there in the outback, Archer.
We'll all be.
Thank you, Archer!
Yeah!
Good boy, Archer.
We're very early in this contest here at Vidicon Stadium. Neither team has scored. The Sydney Blue Sox and the Brisbane Bandits. Nice crowd on hand, creating a lot of excitement in this exciting, cozy ballpark. The Bandits looking for win number 3 in succession, and it'll be Skepton, Nielsen, and here in the second inning against Nakamura. Alex Skepton, 22-year-old, getting his first action of the campaign. Bouncer back to Nakamura. Over to first in time to Vincelli Chamard, and that's one away.
One of the best ways to keep a pitcher in the game is to keep his pitch count low. The Bandits are helping Nakamura out a little bit here, swinging a lot at that first pitch and getting outs. They need to start working some deeper at-bats and get that pitch count up.
Let's see what Mitch Nielsen can do. The Bandits' third baseman, seventh hitter in the order. He's 1 out of 14 here to begin the season. Right down the middle, strike one.
That one hit, though, did count for a lot. He knocked a double that in Adelaide in that final game, managed to score Andrew Campbell and take the lead for the Bandits.
That ball drops out of nowhere, and it's quickly 2 strikes. Nielsen was 0 for 3 last night, but he was key in the 9th inning. Got on base when he was hit by a pitch.
Scored the winning run.
That's pretty important. This one bounces up there. 1-2.
Nakamori with that really sharp breaking pitch. You saw Mitch Nielsen swing and miss at the 1-2 pitches before. Just seems to fall off the table.
That one comes in, and Nielsen drives it down off his foot.
Stings.
Ouch. He'll walk it off.
He's got that protector on his right leg, but it files it off his left leg. Didn't really do much there, did it?
Let's take a look at it.
Ooh, right off the foot.
Yeah. So Nielsen is back in there behind 1-2 against Nakamura. Fouls this one away. Nakamura, I wouldn't quite call it herky-jerky, but it's not the smoothest windup you've ever seen. He sort of stops, starts, stops, finally comes to the plate.
You know, you see that a lot with the MPP pitchers, that they have this sort of way. It's all about throwing off the timing of the hitter. You know, everything with a hitter is a rhythm. You're watching that ball come in. You're trying to time it up, and if you do that sort of motion, it becomes very hard to time up.
The first baseman makes the grab. Vincelli Simard goes to the bag. Nielsen retired. First baseman unassisted. 2 up, 2 down here in the 2nd inning. Here is the young catcher, Hee-Young Chan. 1 out of 13 to start his first season here in the Australian Baseball League. He clubs it to center. Pretty well hit. McGuire's back there at the edge of the track, hauls it in. And that retires the side. After 2 innings here at Vidicon Stadium, there's no score.
Welcome to Ace Comms, two-way radio and body-worn camera specialists. Ace Comms is proudly the Australian distributor for Motorola Solutions. Ace Comms was formed in 1988 in South Africa and has grown into a premier wireless communications technologies distributor. With a primary focus on Motorola Solutions, we also supply a wide variety of leading radio communications brands. We welcome the opportunity to discuss our partner network opportunity with you. Leverage off the high-demand wireless comms industry and let Ace Comms empower your business to grow.
Yo, up the middle, another base hit. Sunday, now he banks one to right field. 2. Yo's back. At the track he got it. Pump and a fire. Struck him out swinging.
Brett Sports, the official equipment partner of the Brisbane Bandits.
Bandits baseball Friday night. What a beautiful night for a game here at Vidicon Stadium. You see a little bit of the crowd. Nice gathering here. And the 2 teams, of course, will play again tomorrow night at 6:30. We invite you to come out. Then a noon game on Sunday to wrap up round 2 of the 2023-2024 ABL season. Top of the order for the Blue Sox here in the 3rd. Raito Ikeda, who walked and was stranded at third in the first inning, fouls it onto the netting, and it's one strike.
Vasilakis back out there without his glasses, so obviously the battery has decided that's the best way to go for him this evening.
This one bounces in front of the dish, goes by everyone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Akita from Chiba Lotte. That's the Japanese team that has provided some players to the Blue Sox. They've also gotten some players from the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. They come in with 3 wins, 2 losses. Long, tough throw for Nielsen. Oh, baby. Right on the money. Not a very easy play for the veteran third baseman, and Ikeda is gone.
Yeah, Nielsen always has had a strong arm, but showing it off there, that's about as long of a throw as you can make as a third baseman right there, and bang, right on the money, like you said.
That brings to the plate Mike Jarvis, who flied to right in the first inning. Ball 1. Vasilakis played in the ABL when he was 15 years of age. As we mentioned, he'll be 23 in December, just around the corner, actually, December 5th. 1 ball and a strike on Jarvis, who flied to right in the first inning.
Vasilakis has spent the last 2 seasons over in the U.S. Pitching for Grand Canyon University in the WAC.
He actually ended up pitching, with the COVID, ended up pitching 5 seasons total, 73 games for the Antelopes. So he's been in some action. Grand Canyon, typically plays Arizona State and some other very highly ranked college programs in the United States. So he's been around a bit.
I believe they call those tune-up games.
Right, the non-league games when you play the tougher teams. He misses with this one, and it takes the count full, 3-2 on Mike Jarvis. He's up with 1 out, nobody on here in the Blue Sox third in a scoreless contest here in Brisbane. He gets jammed, still 3-2. Grand Canyon University is located in Phoenix, so pretty easy to play some non-league games with Arizona State, as they're in Tempe, which is an adjacent suburb of Phoenix.
I have been to Tempe. It is hot.
Center field. Out there waiting is Park. He's got it, and it's 2 up and 2 down. I've heard that it gets hot in the desert in the United States.
It absolutely does. It absolutely does, but also gets really cold.
At night.
Really cold at night. And in the winter, too. Only time I've ever had a white Christmas in the U.S. was in Las Vegas.
Which is...
no word of a lie.
A desert and a very
high
hot
desert
climate, yeah.
Yep.
Josh DeLuca had a single in the first inning. So he is 3 for 20, and he looks at a ball. We got to get you in the snow, my man.
Look, I've seen my fair share of snow. It's just never been on Christmas. Growing up in Portland, Oregon, it's raining for Christmas.
It's Christmas Day you're concerned about.
That's right.
That's right.
The white Christmas. I
see.
Which for our Australian fans, that's probably a very foreign concept.
Well, they have
as
a
it
song
is usually,
and
as it
everything.
is usually about 35, 36 degrees on Christmas Day.
Swing and a miss by DeLuca. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Indeed.
And I am dreaming of spending the North American winter in Brisbane, Australia. A delightful summer. If I don't get snow this Christmas, I am a very, very happy baseball broadcaster.
It's the endless summer for you.
That's right. Keep it coming. 12 months a year of 80 degrees is fine as far as I'm concerned. Always good for baseball. No score here in the third. DeLuca, third hitter in the Blue Sox order. Watches one down low. and it's a ball.
Tom West down there giving the all clear for DeLuca.
Is there, I'm sounding like a dumb American. Does it snow here? Are there high elevations where it snows?
There is,
on
yes.
occasion?
There is. They're down near the Victoria and New South Wales border. There's a pretty nice little mountain range. You got Hotham Mountain, which produces some pretty good snow, and the other one escapes me now. The other big.
That doesn't surprise me. I mean, in Hawaii, which is obviously a very tropical climate, you have mountains at a high elevation, and they get snow. Arizona with the desert and the heat, they get snow. Swing and a miss. So now, look at this. Brody Vasilakis has really settled down. He has retired 5 in a row, given up just 1 hit. And his club, the Bandits, will come up in the bottom of the third with the game scoreless.
Welcome to Ace Comms, two-way radio and body-worn camera specialists. Ace Comms is proudly the Australian distributor for Motorola Solutions. Ace Comms was formed in 1988 in South Africa and has grown into a premier wireless communications technologies distributor. With a primary focus on Motorola Solutions, we also supply a wide variety of leading radio communications brands. We welcome the opportunity to discuss our partner network opportunity with you. Leverage off the high-demand wireless comms industry and let Ace Comms empower your business to grow.
Yo, up the middle, another base hit. Last Sunday, now he banks one to right field. 2. Yo's back. At the track, he got it. Pump and the fire. Struck him out swinging.
Brett Sports, the official equipment partner of the Brisbane Bandits.
You're looking at Vidicon Stadium, still referred to by some as Holloway Field. Tomorrow night, we mentioned 6:30, Game 3 of the series, and Tim Atherton will pitch. Yes, he'll pitch for Sydney, not for Brisbane, after a legendary career here with the Bandits. 398 innings he's thrown in the ABL, so he'll probably go over the 400 mark tomorrow night. So the legend returns, and we hope you'll be here at the ballpark with us. Will Riley trying to get it going here in the third, and he bunts this one off the plate. Foul, 1 strike.
Yeah, it seems almost a foregone conclusion that Atherton will get those last couple innings unless the Bandits manage to jump on him early and get him out of the game.
Riley hitting .235 here in the early going. Had 2 hits last night, and he is 4 out of 17. Nakamura with a fastball up and away. A ball and a strike.
Yeah, I was speaking with Riley before the game. He's enjoying being back here with Brisbane. Played in the Frontier League over the summer.
He loops one, a little Texas leaguer, and that'll fall. He takes the turn, then puts on the brakes as Burns gets the ball back in. So a broken bat single by Will Riley leads off here in the third inning.
I'm impressed he got as much distance on that as he did with the bat shattering the way that he did. That just pure muscle getting it out there.
Seems as though we run into a lot of players who have ventured to the Frontier League.
Yeah, Riley said he was very impressed with the level of play there, that it's very comparable to the ABL. He said the ABL is probably a bit more consistent with its quality than he found in the Frontier League, but he says very competitive.
Swing and a miss by Milo Rushford. I am more than familiar with the Frontier League, which is made up basically of college grads who have not been drafted and players who have been drafted and played some minor league pro ball and then get released and they want to get a second chance and they end up in the Frontier League. Do many who play in the Frontier League eventually get to the big leagues? No, but there are some. There are some.
You look at the Bandits' own Sam Gardner from the Milwaukee Brewers system. He was playing independent ball, got picked up there, and now he's working his way up. So, you never know.
I should admit that in the past I have owned 2 teams in the Frontier League, so thus that's why I am more than familiar.
That would be an excellent way to get familiar with the competition.
Popped up off of third, Campbell over, and this one is out of play. The first year I owned a team in the Frontier League was 1999, and believe it or not, I recruited all of the players. And that had to be farcical now that I think about it. But anyway.
What was the team?
The River City Rascals in suburban St. Louis. And I think we ended up with 2 of those players ended up in the big leagues. From 99, 2000, 2001, we had about 3 players go to the big leagues.
There you go.
We had an outfielder with the Giants. We had a pitcher with the Cardinals. And we had 2 or 3 players that got picked up by major league teams and did not make it to the big leagues, but, reinvented their careers, so to speak.
It seems like there's quite a few leagues over there in independent ball. When you were owning teams in the Frontier League, was there still that sort of range of different leagues that were active?
Yeah, there are a lot of leagues, and a swing and a miss by Rushford, and he is out of there. So there's one out here in the Bandits' third inning. There are a lot of independent leagues. I shouldn't say a lot, but there are a number of them. Only a few are of what you would call professional quality. The Atlantic League, the Frontier League,
American Association.
The American Association, and we might be at the end of the quality list right there. Summer college wood bat baseball in North America is somewhat similar to independent ball. Here is Dermot Fritsch, who singled in the first inning.
Yeah, I remember reading that there's a league up in the northeast of the United States. The Cape Cod League?
I've heard of the Cape Cod League.
Yeah, Cape Cod League is one that I knew about back in my playing days as well.
Fritsch pops it up. The shortstop, Jarvis, under it. And he grabs that high one. And that is out number 2 here in the Bandits' third inning. There's no score. The college summer wood bat leagues do produce a number of major leaguers. Of course, they're players that are in college, playing college ball in the spring, 55, 60 games. Then in the summer, they'll play another 50 or 60 games in the college wood bat leagues. The Cape Cod League is by far the top league in summer college baseball. And that's a strike, first pitch to Saiwan Park. And I must admit to you, I have also owned a team in the college summer wood bat league. Now this would indicate to me that Ken Wilson is a man of some means. This is totally false. Totally false. This one fouled back. What it does indicate that is, I love the game of baseball.
Absolutely.
I love the baseball business. And in summer college baseball, at one time I owned it, but I was commissioner of the West Coast League. And in the last 15 years, we've had 250 players go to the big leagues out of the summer West Coast League. So
that's impressive.
Including a Cy Young Award winner. So there are some good players at that level. Tough play at third, and there's no play.
Got hung up there in Campbell's glove. He made a good move on it, and that's probably one of those ones where, as a third baseman, you got to go, am I going to go glove or bare hand there? He probably would have been wiser to try with the bare hand. It just got stuck in the glove. So Saiwan Park runs really well, so would have just, his mental clock would have been ticking way too fast on that.
An infield hit for Park. He's at first. Riley is advanced to second base. So the Bandits are threatening here in the third with 2 outs, and it's the cleanup hitter, Tayden Hall, who had a single to right in the first. 4 hits now for the Bandits against Shinsuke Nakamori. Hall cuts and misses. Boy, hit a good rip at that one. 1 strike.
Yeah, he's almost a little bit too far out ahead of that one. I think he just mistimed it. And that's what that herky-jerky windup, as you mentioned, that's what that can do, is really set off that timing just a little bit, just enough.
Riley at second, Park at first, 2 outs, 3rd inning, no score. Ground ball, nicely to his right, Vincelli Samar on to first to Nakamura in time to retire Tayden Hall. 3-1 on the putout. 2 runners left here in the 3rd for the Bandits. They have stranded 4. The Blue Sox have left 3. The game has moved now through 3, and it remains scoreless.
The Hino 300 series set the safety benchmark with Hino SmartSafe. Built for safety, ready for anything. That's another Hino advantage.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we're all about understanding your circumstances. We want to make sure that our clients have had the best service and an excellent experience. We're here to care for you.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we speak your language.
Here we go in the 4th inning. The cleanup hitter for Sydney leads off, and it is strike 1 to Martin Vincelli Samar. I am guessing, and I should talk to him, but he's from Quebec, and I'm guessing if he's truly French-Canadian, swing and a miss, that he says his first name Martin. But I'm going to let him say it however he would like it. We're probably remiss in not having checked that out. But the chances of running into a French-Canadian in Brisbane, Australia, doesn't seem that likely, so I'm a little bit baffled by the entire situation.
We'll stick with Martin for now, but you're probably right, Martin.
2-2 the count on Vincelli Samar, who struck out in the 1st inning. And he strikes out here in the 4th inning. That's 4 strikeouts for Vasilakis, and he'll face Wyatt Hendry.
Vincelli Samar, just that Brody Cooper Vasilakis has a really good breaking pitch there. That curveball down in the dirt. He's been burying it in the dirt all day, and Vincelli Samar just not able to pick up on it.
Vasilakis leads off with a fastball strike to Wyatt Hendry, who walked in the 1st. Vasilakis has walked 3, swing and a miss, while striking out 4. And the Blue Sox have been held to only 1 hit, that 1st inning DeLuca single. That's right down the pipe. And Hendry caught looking like the house by the side of the road. 2 up and 2 down.
You know, it feels so much like Vasilakis has not thrown as well as he did, because you look back at that 1st inning where he really struggled out of the gate, and it seemed like a lot was going on. But since then, he has just been absolutely dynamite.
A little bit low to Clayton Campbell, the highly thought of Detroit Tigers prospect. struck out in the first inning. This one bounces up there, and it is 2-0. This has been a game that has belonged to the pitchers, especially since the first inning, when the Blue Sox loaded the bases and failed to score, and the Bandits had runners at first and third and failed to score. Campbell takes a deep breath, just getting out of the way. 3-0.
That one would have been a little too close for comfort there.
Campbell taking, that bends in for a strike. 3-1. Vasilakis' dad, Theo Vasilakis, pitched for Australia some years back. So there's pitching in the blood in the family. 3-2.
And I wouldn't be half surprised to see Vasilakis come back with that breaking pitch. That seems to be his bread and butter tonight, that little sharp breaker.
There it is. Oh, and it hits the bag. It hits the bag at second base as Fritsch was headed behind the pillow looking to glove that and throw out Campbell. But as it turns out, Clayton Campbell has himself an infield single.
Sometimes you catch a lucky break, and that one was about as lucky as it gets. Frisch moved over to his left and was in perfect position to put that one away, but sometimes that sort of thing will happen.
A 2-out single, and it brings up Solomon McGuire, who walked leading off the second. He looks at one wide, ball one. Neither team has scored. The Blue Sox now have 2 hits. The Bandits have 4. Upstairs, 2-0. The Blue Sox, through the first 5 games as a club, hitting only 201. So they just have not really had much offense. 3-0. Their pitching, however, the second best ERA in the Australian Baseball League. Their ERA is a mere 1.85.
Well, they do say defense and pitching wins ball games. Their defense has been a little suspect. Several errors throughout the early season so far, but their pitching, as you said, has been dynamite.
So there's a walk, the 4th allowed by Vasilakis, who has struck out 4. So 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. He's not allowed to run, given up 2 hits. And we have the conference on the mound. The pitching coach, Michael O'Neill, is out there.
O'Neill probably just checking on his young right-hander, but also buying the bullpen a little bit of time to get up, get loose. You can see there's a lot of activity happening right now.
This is an interesting top of the 4th inning. Vasilakis striking out Vincelli Samar and Hendry, and then that Campbell grounder hits the bag at second for an infield hit. That seems to get Vasilakis off his concentration a bit, and he walks McGuire. Here's Antonellis. First pitch, strike called by plate umpire Paul Lotta.
Well, whatever O'Neill said seemed to get through to Vasilakis. Over there in the bullpen, looks like got Sam Gardner warming up with a bit of pace.
There's that curveball. A breaking pitch, and Antonellis nowhere near it. So quickly 2 strikes.
It's tough for us up here, Ken, to really see how that would look to a batter, but there must be something that these Blue Sox hitters are seeing that makes that look like it is a fastball, and then it just dives down, and they just can't seem to figure it out.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches after the visit from Michael O'Neill is all it takes Brody Vasilakis to get that 3rd out. So he ends up striking out the side. No runs, 1 hit, 2 runners left. On to the bottom of the 4th inning. There's no score, and this is the Australian Baseball League on Baseball Plus.
Great job, Chef.
Thanks.
Who wants a drink?
Thank you, Archer.
Looks like these guys are working up a tropical thirst, Archer.
Thank you, Archer!
Beers to the beach.
Thank you, Archer!
They look thirsty down there in the outback, Archer.
We'll all meet.
Thank you, Archer!
Yeah!
Good boy, Archer.
Well, there they are, the famous Outlaws among the crowd here at Vidicon Stadium on this delightful Friday night. Here we have the Bandits' famous bicycle race. Not everybody can have a race like this, especially with those good-looking baskets. Fun galore here at the ballpark. First pitch from Shinsuke Nakamori is a strike to Soupy Campbell, who grounded out, rolled out with 2 on and 2 outs in the first inning. Swing and a miss. He goes fishing. 0-2.
Somebody should tell him it's the 9th inning.
Yeah. He had that big 9th inning lead-off double here last night. The Bandits won at 5-4 with that tally in the 9th. Back to the screen, still no balls, 2 strikes on Campbell with Skepton on deck, and then Nielsen. Scoreless in the bottom of the 4th inning. Nakamori has shown us that secondary stuff that they talk about. That sinker is grounded up the middle. So Campbell just does a good job staying with the pitch, doesn't try to do too much with it, just puts the bat out there and has himself a leadoff 4th inning single.
Yeah, really like that approach from Andrew Campbell. And that's the sort of feeling I've gotten from most of his at-bats so far this season. He's just not trying to do too much, not trying to hit the home run ball, trying to put the ball in play, and he's seen a reasonable amount of success, at least in big spots he has.
Here is the Bandits' DH, Alex Skepton, seen action for the first time tonight. He's a 22-year-old, grounded back to the hill in the 2nd inning. Blue Sox looking for a double play ball, and it's ball 1. We mentioned earlier that Logan Wade injured his calf just before the game last night, so he's out for the entire 4-game series. And young Luke Smith has been added to the Brisbane roster. There's a shot to center, good line drive. Campbell will stop at second, and Skepton has his first hit of the season. So a little Bandits rally, kicking up the dirt a little bit here. 2 on, nobody out in the 4th inning.
Really good piece of hitting from Skepton, just like Andrew Campbell. Didn't try to do too much, but found a ball on the inside part of the plate and was able to drive it right back up the middle.
So let's see what Mitch Nielsen can do, the veteran 3rd baseman.
Well, if he takes any cue from the previous 2 hitters, just try not to do too much, get the ball in play, and try and move somebody into scoring position with 1 out. Or less.
Swing and a miss. 1 strike. It's 5 hits now for the Bandits. The Blue Sox have been held to only 2. Neither team, of course, has scored, and the Bandits threatening here in the 4th. They have threatened in 3 of the 4 innings. Fastball misses, 1-1.
The runners in scoring position have been an issue for the Bandits so far this season. Changed that narrative a little bit last night, managed to put 5 on the board, but having somebody getting those big hits in the big spots, that's something that they've really struggled with in this early going.
Here's a shot foul down the first baseline. So the count is 1-2 on Mitch Nielsen, the 32-year-old veteran. See if he can come up with a big hit here against Shinsuke Nakamori. Campbell leads at second, Skepton at first. First baseman plays well behind him. The Blue Sox in double play depth. Nakamura has it his way, 1-2, and that'll take care of Mitchell Nielsen. Well, that pitch, the ball just dropped from here to down there.
He saw that with his previous at bat as well. Did Mitch Nielsen? Just that breaking pitch that's so sharp from Nakamura. It looks like a fastball coming out of his hand, and all of a sudden just dives. It's very tough on a hitter.
Here is the catcher, 8th in the batting order. Strike one. Fly deep to center field in his at bat in the second inning. So the Bandits had 2 singles in the first, left runners at first and third. 2 singles in the third, left runners at first and second. They've had 2 singles here in the fourth and have runners at first and second with 1 out. Nice block by the catcher, Hendry, and he'll get a new baseball for his pitcher. Nakamura is but 21 years of age. Pitched in the big leagues in Japan, just really getting his career underway there.
Yeah, only 13 games under his belt. Still posting a 3.54 ERA for the Chiba-Latte Marines.
That's a strike. Chiba-Latte.
I'm probably butchering that name.
That's okay. I don't know the difference. And probably most people don't.
Yeah, we'll hear from somebody who definitely does.
2 on, 1 out, 4th inning, no score. Ground ball to short. Jarvis to Ikeda. On to first. It's a double play. So what a job by Nakamura. 2 singles to begin the inning, then a strikeout and a 6-4-3 double play. No score through 4. You're watching the Australian Baseball League on Baseball Plus.
The Hino 300 series set the safety benchmark with Hino SmartSafe. Built for safety, ready for anything. That's another Hino advantage.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we're all about understanding your circumstances. We want to make sure that our clients have had the best service and an excellent experience. We're here to care for you.
Here at Phoenix Law & Associates, we speak your language.
We have a scoreless contest here at Vidicon Stadium. You're looking at the third base dugout, and we're going to go to the bullpen. The call to the bullpen brought to you by Ace Comms.
Got Wesley Scott on again for the 3rd time this season. He's gone 2 1/3 so far. He has given up a few runs, but and 3 walks to go along with 1 strikeout. But like everything else, looking to change that narrative now. Yeah, looks like we got a little light rain falling on the crowd.
Nothing wrong with that. Keeps things fresh. 5th inning for Sydney. Jake Burns leads it off. He flied to right back in the 2nd inning, and he looks at ball 1 from Wesley Scott. Primarily a fastball slider pitcher.
You'll see a lot of these young relievers coming out of some farm systems that are really focusing on that 1-2 punch pitch. We saw that with Brandon Jordan last year out of the Brewers system. He was really focused on that high spin rate fastball and slider. So same thing here with Scott, focusing on that 1-2 punch.
Swing and a miss by Burns. Four innings of work tonight for Brody Vasilakis. And of course it's shutout work. That misses. In his 4 innings, he allowed only 2 hits. He did walk a total of 4, and he struck out a total of 5. There's a walk to Burns. So in 3 of the first 5 innings, the Blue Sox have led off with a free pass. I would say, looking at Brody Vasilakis' 4 innings of work, I was pretty impressed. I mean, you can see the youth in how things went more than anything. But you see some talent, and I kind of like that outing.
Absolutely. He showed that, maybe a bit of nerves there right at the beginning of the game. Took him a little bit to get to steady those. But as soon as he got on track, his breaking pitch was sharp. It looked really good. His fastball had nice zip to it. So I think he's got a very bright future as a Bandit starter.
Ikeda, big Baltimore chop off the glove of Mitchell. Around second base is Burns, and he'll hold on. And that's a hit. So a walk and Ikeda a single. Is it okay to call that a Baltimore chop?
I think Baltimore chop works very nicely there. I think Mitch Nilsson, it's a very tough play, but I think Mitch Nilsson will be kicking himself for not reading that one a little better and taking a step back. But, tough play. And Ikeda runs well, so, even if Nilsson fields that cleanly, that's going to be a tough play over there first.
Mike Jarvis, the batter, he has flied out twice. So 2 on, nobody out in the 5th. And there's a bunt, and they're going to let it go, and it goes foul. 1 strike. So we now have referred to a Baltimore chop tonight, and earlier referred to a Texas League hit.
That's right. We're working our way around the country.
Yeah, so, I'm relatively new down under, and I need to refer to you, CJ, and find out if it's okay. Those are true baseball terms. They're not American terms.
They are. They're baseball terms, and we are in the business of educating as well as providing entertainment. So, that I think our fans would enjoy hearing those popular terms.
Bandits look for the bunt again, and there's a ball that time. Jarvis ready to swing away. Well, I'll tell you what. You take care of the educating, and I'll take care of the entertainment. I'll go get some of my better jokes out and see what I can do.
You got it. I'm here for the education.
I'm really not sure why I'm here. There's a fastball strike called on Jarvis, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. See, that's the entertainment. I gave you a little joke there, threw it in.
But you're very educational as well, Ken. You're like a clown with a thesaurus.
Oh my! What a nice line.
Both educational and entertaining.
Swing and a miss. So down goes Jarvis. You're like a clown with a thesaurus.
Yep.
Does everybody know what a thesaurus is? I remember. In school we always had a thesaurus.
What's another word for a thesaurus?
Obsolete, because now you just go to the internet and you do whatever you do on the internet.
Well,
with vocabulary.
But you know, that's the old joke is I can't think of another word for thesaurus.
I see.
Yeah.
And I didn't bite.
No, you didn't.
But you tried to do humor.
It wasn't a very good joke anyway, so I don't blame you.
You tried to do humor. I told you.
That's right. I should stick to education.
I was going to do the entertainment. Swing and a miss by Joe DeLuca. It's like the comedian says when he's getting interviewed. The interviewer cracks a joke and he just quickly says, let the comedians do the jokes.
Yeah, that's fair.
This one is fouled back, 2 strikes. I really feel on the spot now, though. Now I feel like I've got to provide not only broad entertainment, but specifically some jokes.
I think so.
Woo.
Set the bar high on game 2 here, Ken.
Yeah, we've added a little sizzle to things. No score, but the Blue Sox threaten here in the 5th inning. A shot that's in there for a hit. Rounding third is Burns. He'll score. Rounding second, heading to third is Ikeda. As Rushford gets the ball back in, and there is the first run of the night. DeLuca with his first RBI of the season, his second hit of the night, and it's 1-0 Sydney.
There we go. Same old story. A leadoff walk comes back to bite the Bandits.
Here's the cleanup hitter, Martin Vincelli Samar, who has struck out twice. There's 1 out, a run in, and 2 on. Brisbane in double play depth, swing and a miss. 1 strike. Wesley, a 22-year-old, picking up here for Brody Vasilakis. Wesley, an 8th-round draft pick of the Kansas City Royals just a year ago in 2022. There goes the runner at first. The pitch is a strike, and there's no throw. So that'll be a stolen base for DeLuca, and 2 runners in scoring position for the Blue Sox, who have already put 1 on the board here in the 5th, the first run of the game.
Scott spent last season with Columbia in the Kansas City Royals single-A team.
Foul away. The infield pulled in. Skipper Shane Watson wants Nielsen, Fritsch, Riley, and Hall in on the edge of the grass. Ikeda at third, DeLuca at first, a run in. Still only 1 out in the inning. Scott Wesley delivers, swing, and a miss. Well, that's a big, big pitch and a big strikeout.
Huge strikeout there from a guy who's hurt the Bandits in the past and gets that second out. Just pure gas there from the right-hander, Scott.
Scott at Carolina, A-ball this past summer.
Carolina Fireflies.
Low A nowadays. First pitch, speaking of low, is low. 1 ball on Wyatt Hendry, who has walked and struck out. 2 in scoring position here for the Bandits. They've put 1 on the board, and they lead 1-0 here in the 5th inning. Low and away. Has the rain stopped? That little passing shower?
It appears so. It looks like most of the fans have traveled back out to their seats. Just a little sun kiss there.
Of course, the grandstand behind home plate is covered. Along the third baseline, a little cover. Of first base side, let's put it this way. It's in the sun or in the rain. Low and away, and it's 3-0.
Scott not giving in to Hendry here. Certainly don't want to lay something over the plate for the young catcher. We saw that last night go flying out of the ballpark.
Scott Wesley trying to get the final out here in the 5th inning. Low and away.
That one yanked.
So the second walk that he's allowed, and of course the leadoff walk came in to score, and the bases are jammed for Clayton Campbell, and time is called. Michael O'Neill trudges out to the mound, and they stir in the Brisbane Bandits bullpen.
Michael O'Neill getting his steps up today. A lot of trips out there.
Bases loaded, a run in, 2 down here in the Sydney 5th inning. Well, I'm glad the rain stopped. My first job as a baseball broadcaster was in Hawaii, and this was back in the horse and buggy age, of course. And the old ballpark was near a valley quite a ways off the Pacific Ocean in Honolulu, and it would rain almost every night. Just a passing shower. If people have been to Hawaii, it'll be sunny on the beach, and in the valleys it'll rain. And it used to rain every night. They'd say, just a little pineapple juice falling. There's ball 1 on Clayton Campbell, who was struck out and singled. And nobody moved. They were just used to it. Every night it's going to have a little, it would rain, 3 or 4 minutes, just like it did here, and a little pineapple juice, and then it's gone. Low and tight. 2-0. Bases jammed, 2 outs, 1-0. Sydney leads here in the 5th. First inning of work for Scott Wesley.
Got Hyungwon Lim warming up in the Bandits bullpen in earnest.
This one is chopped right into the visiting dugout along third. 2 balls and a strike.
Scott has such a sort of funky motion to the way he throws a baseball. You can see how it'd be easy for mechanics to get sort of out of sync a little bit, and that seems to be what he's working through at the moment, is just trying to get those mechanics in.
Swing and a miss by Clayton Campbell. So the count is even, 2-2. Wesley pitched in college, bounced around San Jacinto Community College in Texas. 2020 pitched at the University of Arizona. Swing and a miss. He gets it done. So a long, tough inning for Wesley Scott. He ends up, believe it or not, striking out the side in an inning that he walks 2, gives up 2 singles, and the Bandits watch the visitors score the first run of the game. 4.5 innings have been played, and it is 1-0 Sydney.
Who wants a drink?
Let's go, Archer. Beers away.
Thank you, Archer.
Looks like these guys are working up a tropical thirst, Archer.
Thank you, Archer!
Beers to the beach.
Thank you, Archer!
They look thirsty down there in the outback, Archer.
We'll all meet.
Thank you, Archer!
Yeah!
Good boy, Archer.
Ken Wilson along with C.J. Barnes and you at Vidicon Stadium here in Newmarket, Brisbane. This crowd settling in after the very brief shower and hoping their Bandits can get a run or two here in the 5th. They're down 1-0. Will Riley leads off, as he did in the 3rd. He had a single, 1 of 6 hits for the Bandits, and there's strike 1. The Bandits' hits have all been singles, and I might add, the same can be said for the 4 Blue Sox hits in this contest.
The big difference between the two teams at this stage have been, as we see strike 2 there, the walks. The walks have been the bugbear for the Bandits all season, and tonight they have proven to be the difference so far.
The Bandits have walked the leadoff Blue Sox hitter in 3 of the 5 innings. This one is bounded over to the home dugout, and it's 2 strikes on Riley.
And at this stage, Shunsuke Nakamori has not walked any Bandits thus far.
And amazingly, he has only struck out 2, because we saw all sorts of strikeouts last night, and Vasilakis and Scott have struck out 8 on the other side. High and away, and that's just a waste pitch, 1-2.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job working the zone, is Nakamori, and the Bandits have been aggressive at the plate, swinging on a lot of first pitches, and he's just managing to get them to hit to his own defenders. So he's doing the right thing as far as pitchers go.
2-2. In each of the last 2 innings, the Bandits have had the leadoff man on with a single. Riley, who's up there now in the 3rd, and Campbell in the 4th. It's now the 5th. 1-0. Brisbane trailing. So the count goes to 3-2 on Will Riley. On deck, the top of the order, Milo Rushford, and then Dermot Fritsch. That's a cruel pitch. Not only did it have quite a bit of movement, but the location, let us say, was fairly decent.
And from that angle from behind there, you can't really see it, but from where we are, you can see it. That dropped off in velocity, probably about 10 kilometers an hour. So about as good of a pitch as you can have to fool a hitter.
Here is Milo Rushford, who came into the game as as the second leading hitter in the league. Did he go? No.
Yeah, he's really been putting a good bat on the ball for the Bandits. He hit well down in Adelaide. He's hit very well last night.
Rushford has popped a short and struck out. He fouls this one back and out of play. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. If you like baseball with runs at a premium, you have shown up on the right night. Bottom of the 5th, 1-0 Sydney.
And if you like high-scoring baseball games, this is not the one for you.
The outfield is deep and straight away. The infield is straight away and back. Rushford cuts and misses a pitch probably out of the strike zone. And he finds himself up there with a 2-2 count. One out, nobody on. Fritsch on deck. Rushford swing and a miss at that pitch that just drops and disappears. It's coming, looks like it might be thigh high, and before you know it, it's at your calf.
And the Bandits are going to have to find some way to negate that pitch because it is just way too tough. It looks like a good-looking changeup there from Nakamori. Just kind of dives away from the right or from the left-hander like that. That is so tough to hit.
Here is the shortstop Fritsch, who is singled and popped to short. Little breaking ball catches the outside corner. 0-1. They say that Shinsuke Nakamori is a finesse pitcher, and he has shown that most of the way tonight. Look at that. My gosh. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Really good job by Fritsch recognizing that breaking pitch there because that is just so easy to bite on. And if you as a hitter see that as a fastball out of the hand, you have no hope whatsoever of making contact with it.
In the dirt, 2-1, you just got to hope that you might get a straight one, get a fastball, and you're ripping at it, but Nakamori is obviously smarter than that. That one is fouled away. It was well located. Knee high on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, it kind of goes back to what Coach Teichman said earlier this evening when I spoke with him, that about the way that these Japanese pitchers like to pitch. They're very fine location. That's the finesse part, is how fine they are with their locating of pitches. And you've seen that from Nakamori all night long.
Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3. 3 strikeouts. The Bandits gone quickly in the 5th inning, and they trail the Sydney Blue Sox 1-0. Glad you're with us. You're watching the Australian Baseball League on Baseball Plus.
Welcome to Ace Comms, two-way radio and body-worn camera specialists. Ace Comms is proudly the Australian distributor for Motorola Solutions. Ace Comms was formed in 1988 in South Africa and has grown into a premier wireless communications technologies distributor. With a primary focus on Motorola Solutions, we also supply a wide variety of leading radio communications brands. We welcome the opportunity to discuss our partner network opportunity with you. Leverage off the high-demand wireless comms industry and let Ace Comms empower your business to grow.
Yo, up the middle, another base hit. Last Sunday, now he banks one to right field. 2. Yo's back. At the track, he got it. Pump and the fire. Struck him out swinging.
Brett Sports, the official equipment partner of the Brisbane Bandits.
The Outlaws are here. There have been a few strikeouts that they recognize. And we're going to see our 3rd Bandits pitcher of the night. Call to the bullpen, brought to you by Ace Comms.
Sam Gardner on for the 2nd time this season. Big right-hander, 6'1", 205 pounds. Threw very, very well. Looked incredibly sharp against Adelaide. 2 innings against the Giants. Had 6 strikeouts, didn't have any walks, and still has a 0 ERA. So Sam Gardner's debut with the Bandits, an absolute success.
Boy, he was magnificent. He was so overpowering, it was almost hard to believe. He was throwing hard. He had everything down, down, down. It's down the bottom 3rd of the Blue Sox order, and he throws one right on by Solomon McGuire, who has walked twice. Again, the Blue Sox had a leadoff walk in the 1st, a leadoff walk in the 2nd, and a leadoff walk in the 5th, which finally gave them the only run of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Gardner looks like he is back to that, following on from that Adelaide game, throwing absolute gas at the moment.
Oh, he drops in a curveball, takes a lot off of it. It really serves as a changeup, if you will. 1-2 the count. He tries to get one by him up, and it's fouled away. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hey, Gardner working with a fastball, a curveball, and a slider. As you said, Ken, that curveball, the way that it breaks and the amount of velocity taken off, really does work as a changeup as well.
There's a breaking pitch, a bit tight. I think that Gardner and thought it was a strike, but plate umpire Paul Latta had a different idea, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gardner, 26 years of age. Swing and a miss. He just throws it by him. So he has faced 7 hitters this season. I realize it's early, and he has struck out 7.
Yeah, look, you're probably not going to see that trend continue all the way through, but when you're throwing gas like that up in the zone, hitters just are going to struggle with it all night.
Antonellis has hit into a double play. He has gone down swinging, and it's ball one. The native of the state of Virginia, Evan Antonellis. That's where he was in the appearance in Adelaide. Knee high at best. 1 ball, 1 strike. Look at that. There's great location. The ball, it's there, and it just slides away.
And the thing about that pitch right there, if you can get a guy to bite, that's hanging on the outside corner of the plate. You get a guy to bite, there's no, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm going to throw you something down, little break, something down, little off speed, and then
high cheese.
Old number 1. See if you can catch up with it.
And with the way that his curveball plays, with that sharp 12-6 break, it is going to do such a good job of making these hitters change their eye level, and that's what makes that high fastball so effective.
There's strike 1. The Bandits have fanned 10 Sydney hitters tonight. Vasilakis struck out 5. Scott struck out 3 in his 1 inning. And just like that, it's 0-2 on Jake Burns, who was flied to right and had that leadoff walk last inning and eventually scored on the DeLuca single, the only run of the game. 1-2.
Good thought there from Gardner. Looks like he took just a little bit off it as well, kind of trying to change that mentality. I would expect he'll come back with the curveball right here and try and get that punch out.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 batters for Shane Watson's Bandits. Oh, that's a bouncer.
There's that breaking pitch.
Throw to first by and they get the put out. 2-3. So Gardner has faced 9 hitters this season. How many has he struck out?
I believe 9.
It's amazing. So it's a 1-2-3 6th inning for Sydney. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's 1-0 Blue Sox.
The Hino 300 series set the safety benchmark with Hino SmartSafe. Built for safety, ready for anything. That's another Hino advantage.
Here at all about understanding your circumstances. We want to make sure that our clients have had the best service and an excellent experience. We're here to care for you.
Here at Phoenix Lawn Associates, we speak your language.
Welcome back to Vidicon Stadium. Let's see if the Bandits can get something rocking and rolling here in the 6th inning. They have been shut out by the youngster Shinsuke Nakamori. 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Park, Hall, and Campbell. No runs, 6 hits for the Bandits. High ball 1. Nakamori, much to his credit, has not walked anyone.
Yeah, he seemed to have come in here with